We're not talking about the voting machines and those optical scan ballots, but things like YouTube, text messages, the internet. They were relatively non-existent in the 2004 election. Well, Srinivasan is the technology reporter for NBC's New York station WNBC. Sri, have you ever had anybody say your name so well?
Yeah, it was great. Thank you. I know how hard it is to do, so well done.
Technology and the internet. We watched this, and I don't think it's really YouTube and the internet as much as it's a bunch of other things. It is text messaging, right? What other things did Barack Obama utilize that no other politician had any idea of sort of capturing?
Well, the way the Obama campaign ran this was they were running two campaigns. One was the tech campaign and one was the old-fashioned campaign. And you need both to go well. You cannot win it just having a great tech campaign. And you're right, there was all kinds of things, including Facebook. Facebook didn't exist in 2004.
Social networking.
And so if you think about all the things that didn't exist in 2004, you see we've kind of been a lifetime in these 4 years of new tools, new ways to connect with the audience. We call it Web 2.0. And what they were doing was finding a great way to connect with the audience, with potential voters, and also undecideds, and then giving them tools so they can do something more with it, and that made a difference.
You know, politicians tend to be sometimes dowdy. People in Washington are sometimes dowdy, whether it's in our fashion or our style or whatever it may be. And yet Barack Obama chose to put advertising in video games, which is really the forefront of advertising in this country, no matter what business you're in. They're ahead of the curve.
And yeah, in many ways, I compare this that he had a souped-up, super smart NASCAR engine, and John McCain and other candidates had a kind of, go-kart, and it was hard to compete. So what they were doing is not just the resources of money, but it's also how you deploy the tools and how you help people think they have some ownership of the tools so that they can help you get other people involved. And that's very important. It's removing the middleman and going right to the audience and having the audience work for you.
He used all these emails and this social networking to raise this record $700 million, more than John Kerry or George W. Bush raised combined in 2004. It's truly remarkable. How can he use that power, tap that power to govern now that he's president?
Well, this is what we'll have to see if it can be done. What we do know is there's a lot of energy out there and a lot of people who want to participate. And what you could do is, in every kind of initiative, ideas that you have, get people involved, get their feedback. Now, it's very hard to run everything if you're running it by 200 million people. But there are certain ways in which new ideas can bubble up instead of waiting for all of it to come just from Washington.
They're going to be putting new servers in the White House for all these emails. I can only imagine.
Yes.
Srinivasan, technology reporter with WNBC. So great to have you. I love this story. Thanks so much.